You should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know that.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from Heinz Field. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now it's Carson. And this will be a Seahawks first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
The tackle made at the 40.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They go play action with Wilson. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Roethlisberger here finding Johnson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact and he'll go deep.
At the 13-yard line.
It's caught at the 7-yard line. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll run here with Connor at a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your court.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20.
They are not ready for us.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Steelers 0. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Roethlisberger going to get this one to Connor. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a dump off here complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got it at the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. To try again after the sack. Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger, eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. This is Carson. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Carson, the Seahawk ball
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Wilson's going to hold on to it, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They go play action now. Wilson. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, that kind of catch is supposed to pay off with at least a 1st down, isn't it?
Instead, he'll just add it to his highlight reel, but they don't pick up the first.
Yeah, he gets the yardage, he gets the catch, but now they have a decision to make.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
1st and 10 at the 49.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to let this one go deep. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dunch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 18.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 20. He's at the 50. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
On 1st down, it's Carson. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Carson, the Seahawks.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
36-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Wilson. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield.
Wilson's
Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
on the tackle.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll move the chains. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Brings up 3rd down.
That's out to the left and complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson on target to DK Metcalf. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
For the extra point.
Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for the Steelers. And even 50 yards. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run with Samuels. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Chris Boswell.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. 3rd down here.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On 3rd down, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much, because as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback. I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
3rd and 3.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. And he connects with Ebron. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Goal at the 4-yard line.
Then to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are an extra point away. from tying this thing up. Extra point now by Boswell. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is DJ Reed returning. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game, 1st and 10 here. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 22 yards there, a first down.
10 at the 25-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with second down coming up. They go play action with Roethlisberger. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
Break this tie. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33.
The Seahawk ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Wilson. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Wilson. Steps away. He may try and run for this. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Gain of 7. First down, Seattle.
They'll run on first down. Carson, nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run again with Carson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
35-yard line.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And now it's second down.
At the 35-yard line.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger looking deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over.
I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
It's up 2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Tackle made back at his own 3-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You always think about picking up the first down, but in this case, they were thinking about something bigger. They were thinking about the home run shot and took it downfield. Unable to connect, but admire the effort.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. 54-yard punt, 14 on the return, nets him 40. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Carlos Dunlap just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. And he will have a Steelers first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
15-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Not much there, only a yard. Back now in Pittsburgh. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And it's caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
That's pulled in at the 32. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. He'll get this to Connor underneath. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 20.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively. A lot of tired bodies on that field. But this is a big play. 3rd and goal. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Fitzpatrick on the tackle.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carson. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Steven Nelson.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll find Metcalf. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 25 yards there on the catch and run. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Wilson slings this out to Metcalf. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And that will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. He's got the 1st down inside the 10, and all the way down to the 5. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. Here's Carson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. That's Vince Williams who gets the sack. And goal. Here's Wilson. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
So the clock shows 55 seconds to play as they line up for a critical onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Roethlisberger will hand to Conner. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Brought down behind.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Eber for the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. They'll try and run forward with Conner. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Right back to Conner here on 1st. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. 17 yards on the pickup. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. They'll roll him out right. This is caught. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown puts him up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go and kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Play action. Now Wilson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sag it back right around the 44. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. One last shot for Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
Tonight's final
So going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.